Welcome into Point Blank, brought to you by our friends at Fitz Roofing. I'm Brandon Strange. I am joined by Joel Blank. Joel, we weren't planning on having this conversation today, but then DeAndre Hopkins joined Jalen and Jacoby and had a lot of things to say, and I couldn't think of anyone better to get a reaction from than you. So let's get into it. DeAndre Hopkins says he anticipates his numbers being better next year. He says he is definitively the best wide receiver in the league. He also anticipates that his absence from the Texans is going to negatively impact, or at least impact, Deshaun Watson's numbers. That's a lot to take in. What do you think?
Well, I mean, look, we talked about a little bit about that earlier in the week on one of the videos we did. The fact is, when you look at what DeAndre Hopkins brings to the Cardinals, there's no question when you pair him up with Larry Fitzgerald and Christian Kirk, they've got a good receiving core there. They've got some talented players, but we don't know what Kyler Murray really is. He's small, going to have big defenders still coming at him. He isn't a proven passer in this league. Yes, he has escapability. Yes, he can run, but now he's really going to be put to the test about, can he distribute the football? Can he make the proper reads? We saw what happened with Baker Mayfield in year 2. So it could go either way for Kyler Murray, and I wouldn't be so quick to anoint him as being this guy that's going to take the next step forward and allow DeAndre Hopkins to have big numbers again. From a Texans perspective, it's interesting because, as we've spoken about in the past, you've got a guy that has all the weapons and tools in his own personal skill set in Deshaun Watson. But what he has with his receiving corp is going to be something that's going to be a work in progress. One, they have to stay healthy. Two, he's got to build a rapport with a guy like Randall Cobb, who he's never thrown to before. And then Fuller has got to be able to be the guy that can at least at sometimes command a double team so that the defenses are a little bit more on their heels. Otherwise, it could be advantage defense, and it could be a step back for Deshaun Watson. So it's going to be interesting to see on both sides of the equation. Cardinals have a quarterback that has to prove himself, and the Texans have a quarterback that has to prove that he can do what he's done throughout his career, regardless of who's catching the football.
All right, well, let's get into what Vegas thinks about at least how they project DeAndre for next year. But before we do that, why don't you tell us about the special that Fitz Roofing is running right now?
Fitz Roofing has been great. They obviously support SportsMap and the shows on ESPN 97.5, but more so they support the people of Houston. Now coming out of the pandemic, they know a lot of people are going to need a lot of work done, and their workers are ready to go. They're going to take care of the listeners and the viewers for Gal Media and SportsMap. All you got to do is call 832-521-3001. They'll do a free, no obligation inspection. They'll come to you, tell you what they can do, and then they'll go back on their way. If you want them to come back, just reach out. They're going to take care of you. They're going to do fantastic work. Their warranties are longer than anybody in the business and better. They're just great people doing great things for the people of Houston, Texas.
Let's talk about Vegas projections here. According to one sports book, his numbers for yardage go down, but his touchdowns go up. They have him at 1124.5 for yardage for the season and 8.5 touchdowns for the season. What do you think about that?
I just think that the touchdowns may go up. They're going to make a concerted effort to try and get him the football. And I think based on everybody else that's on the team with his hands, and we know, 50-50 balls are more like 70-30. And all you got to do if you're Kyler Murray is throw it in his direction. He's going to catch it. And I think that's going to be very effective in the red zone. In terms of his overall yardage, I think when you look at a couple of different things, there are other receivers on the team, but in his division alone, 6 times a year, he's going to face Jalen Ramsey, he's going to face Richard Sherman, and he's going to face an above-average secondary in Seattle. So he's going to have a lot to deal with just there alone, where he's going to face really good individual man-to-man coverage, and also they'll get the help that they need to try and focus on him and make someone else beat him. I think the yards go down. I think the touchdowns may go up. But at the end of the day, the main thing is, are the teams going to get wins? I don't know if the Cardinals, who are the sexy pick to make this big leap because of that division, are going to even sniff a wild card. I think the Texans are going to be a team that should have every opportunity to, at the very worst, get a wild card. But it really depends on how this new receiving corps gels and how Watson works with his new talented guys that they're bringing in, and see how the offenses go to work when the lights go on. And the Texans have as good a shot as anybody of at least getting a wild card, regardless of whether Hopkins is here or not.